Not the announcement that I thought it was going to be, but the announcement that we made and the one that we're most comfortable with. On this episode, we talk about how Atlas is going to handle the rest of this year from an internal office employee standpoint. Atlas All Access starts now. All right, so certainly not what I thought it was going to be. Back in March, I guess I kind of believed that we were going to be in a different place come August. Back in March when we closed the office, along with everyone else, and when all of that kind of started, we put a date out there of August 15th that we were going to start discussing how we'd reopen the office, and I was tasked later with the plan to reopen the office. And the closer we got to August, the more we thought, this just isn't right. It just isn't. From our standpoint, it wasn't the right decision to have people come back into the office. There's two reasons for that. One being the level of attention and care that has maintained fairly consistently, I would even say very consistently, over these past few months with all of our travelers and our hospitals, and then through payroll and compliance, even though all of us are spread out in different parts of Omaha or all through the country, as our remote staff is very used to working. I would say that we didn't miss a beat. We've always kind of been prepared for this. Early on, 8 years ago, we took from going back to some of our first recruiters ever, the standpoint that you could work from anywhere at any time. Everything that we do is online. The database we work out of is online. We use Microsoft Teams, which is an online portal, so we can I could push a button right now and talk to anyone in our office, no matter where they are. It's one of those things we were always able to do this, and it really was. It sounds cliche, like a flip of the switch. That day in March, it was kind of a flip of the switch, and it just, now you're going to work at home. And the only thing that was different was not being around the people here in the office. So I hope that your experience, if you're watching this, has been similar to that, and that you felt that that you haven't felt that, because that's the idea. The idea is that you haven't been affected by us not being here in the office. So the second part of that is, in order for us to maintain that, understanding that you're there at the hospital taking care of patients, of loved ones, our loved ones, someone's mom, grandma, dad, child, whatever. Our job is to take care of you, and we can't do that if we get sick. If some of us get sick here, let's say we come back to the office too quickly, 2 people get COVID, and they spread it in the office. All of a sudden, that consistent level of care that you're used to getting from us disappears. There's no replacing that. And so what we decided to do was, until the end of this year, stay where we are. You're staying at home. We're going to rotate. We're still rotating a number, probably 7 to 8 people through our office, just to maintain the things here. Me, Steve Seitner, Kurt Chase, Kiana, the names that you're familiar with. The leadership here at Atlas has been rotating through the office and making sure that we stay 6 feet apart from each other, and all that. Even in meetings when we're arm's length away, we're making sure that we're as careful as we possibly can be. So it's all so we can maintain that level of care for you, that you can then provide that level of care to your patients while you're on a contract and you're working in a facility. So nothing's more important to us than that, making sure that we take care of our own so then we can take care of you. Both of those things are vital. So if you have noticed a disruption, I want to know about it, because we have tried, like I said, very, very hard to make sure that has not happened. So no, you should not your recruiter was talking to you on his or her cell phone here in the office. Now they're just doing it at home. There shouldn't be that much of a disruption through the end of this year. Now, we've seen jobs increase. We've gone, I believe we're over, 6,500 jobs now. When just a couple of weeks ago, we broke 1,000 and we thought that was party time. And the jobs have gone up considerably. You've seen it across the country. You've seen censuses go up across the country, and it's not just the hot spots anymore. It's not New York, Florida, Texas, California. It's everywhere. And if you're not comfortable with, and I get it, if you're not comfortable with taking COVID patients, or that isn't your normal thing, I know there's places like New Mexico right now that doesn't have that high of a COVID patient load. Nebraska is one of them. I think we've actually seen a decrease here in COVID patient load. So there are still contracts out there that you can take one way or the other. So, but either way, we're still here to support you. Whether we're sitting in a seat here in our office or we're sitting in a seat in a home office somewhere, we're still here to take care of you so you can go and do your job. You should not see any kind of disruption whatsoever. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to continue to talk about this. Like I said, if you have any questions at all, my email is always right here, rsmith@atlasmedstaff.com. You can message me through Facebook. God knows I'm on there enough during the day. Always getting messages there too. And that's a place where a lot of us connect anyway. So either one of those two places, I want to hear from you. There's a lot of stuff that we can still do together through the end of this year, even though things are not normal. We'll see you next week.